Hey guys! So I hope you liked my intro. It was so spooky. So first off, I'm going to start with my Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. And this is basically just going to prep my skin for the application of all of that good stuff that's about to be put on my face. And since I don't actually have a foundation that is light enough for my skin, I'm just going to be taking my Pro Longwear Concealer by MAC in NW20 and just apply that all over my face to even out my skin tone. Morticia had a very pale face and actually no color, so that's why I decided to emulate that and really try and get my face really pale. And as you can see, I'm just using my beauty blender to blend all of that good stuff into my skin. Next, I'm taking my NYX Jumbo Liner Pencil in Milk, and I'm actually just going to use this as my concealer slash highlighter. I really want her cheeks to be prominent, and I want a really, really noticeable highlight on my face. So I'm going to be putting this on just under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, in between my eyebrows, my chin, my cupid's bow, basically anywhere else that I would normally highlight. And I'm also covering my eyebrows in this pencil as well because I want to hide them. I'm going to be painting my brows with a black liner eventually because Morticia had very, very dark black eyebrows and also a different shape than mine, so I'm going to basically change it. And kind of towards the end of me putting on this jumbo eye pencil, I ended up just taking my own fingers and applying it with them because I just found that I wasn't getting enough product or the way I wanted it on with just the jumbo pencil. Next, I'm taking a Real Techniques powder brush and my Cover FX matte setting powder in light, and I'm going to just set my foundation and my concealer because Morticia had a very, very pale porcelain face. It was absolutely perfect to a T and absolutely no shine, anything like that. So I'm just basically, matting out my face and making sure there's absolutely no shine in it. Next, I'm taking my L'Oreal Colour Riche Kohl eye pencil in black, and I'm just going to be filling in my Morticia eyebrows. So her eyebrows were very thin and they were very black, so I'm basically making it extremely black from the base, from the inner part of my eyebrow to the outer part. And also it didn't actually have like a huge arch, it just had a little one, so I'm just trying to emulate a smaller arch than I have. And yeah. Next, I'm taking my BH Cosmetics 6 color palette contour and blush. And as you can see here, I am just carving out my cheekbones. Morticia had very prominent cheekbones, and I'm just trying to, again, emulate that. Next, I'm going to be putting it also just under my lips, just kind of to carve out my jawbone because I, again, want it to be very prominent, just like Morticia. And as you can see here, I'm just going to take my BH Cosmetics stippling brush and just really blend in all of that contour so we don't have any harsh lines. Next, I'm taking my Bobbi Brown foundation stick in 07 Almond, and I am just really slimming down my nose. I'm basically making it incredibly skinny. I'm doing like a plastic surgery nose job right now. Again, Morticia had a very, very sleek nose. It was very skinny, a lot skinnier than mine. So I'm basically just carving it out, making it very slim and slender. And I'm just blending out that contour with my BH Cosmetics blending brush, just again making sure we have no harsh lines. And then to really accentuate the nose, I just took that NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk again, just to really dramatize the bridge of my nose so that it really does look skinny. Next, I'm taking my Sigma E40 blending brush, and I'm going to be using the black color in the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette, and I'm really accentuating that contour, and instead of because before I was using the BH Cosmetics contour and blush kit, and that was almost kind of warming up my face. So now I'm taking black, and this is actually going to make it a little bit of a colder contour, and because I want to keep my face really pale and I want to keep the contour really strong. Next, I'm taking my Sigma E25 blending brush, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did all over my face, but this brush is a little bit flatter and easier to work with on the nose. So I'm basically, just doing the same thing I did on my face. Now I'm doing it on my nose. Next, I'm going to be taking my Stila in the Garden palette, and I'm using the shade Bark, and I'm going to be using that as a transition color. Just going to be taking my Sigma E35 tapered blending brush. As you can see, I'm just going to be applying a light layer of this shade just to basically transition the other shades that I'm going to be putting on, which are mainly just black and white. Next, I'm taking that crown brush that I got in my September Ipsy Glam bag, and I'm going to be taking the white shade from my BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette and pack that onto my lid and my brow bone. And because that white shade from the palette was just not enough, I decided to take my Rimmel single eyeshadow in white, and this stuff just packs on beautifully. Alright, so now I'm going to be taking that black from the Take Me to Brazil palette by BH, and I'm going to be focusing it in my crease, and I'm using the E25 blending brush from Sigma. So I'm going to go between the E25 and the E40, because as I'm putting this on with the E25, it's going to create quite a harsh line. So you're going to want to just keep blending and kind of just alternating between the two, because you want it to be blended at the same time, even though it's, you know, quite a harsh distinction between white and black. But yeah, just make sure that you're constantly blending and then going kind of just darkening it up slowly. And as you can see, I am really bringing that shadow right to the bridge of my nose, because that's how Morticia's was in the picture. And I also just really want to accentuate and darken the inner part of our eye. We have finished up with our eyeshadow. I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Master Kajal eyeliner in Onyx Rush, and I'm just going to be heavily lining the top of my lash line and the bottom of my lash line. I'm also just winging my liner out slightly because Morticia had quite more elongated eyes than mine. I have very distinct round eyes, whereas she had a little bit more of like an almond shape. So I'm just trying to extend the look of my eyes. Pretty much connecting it all the way through my eye. And now just to blend it, I'm using a smudge brush, and I'm just going to smoke it out slightly so we don't have a super harsh line. So now that we're done with liner, I'm going to put a little bit mascara on my eyes, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline Falsies Big Eyes. In the picture, it did not really look like Morticia had, you know, huge eyelashes, so I just decided to skip the false lashes and just use my natural ones. And next, I'm going to be using my Studio Makeup lip liner in True Red, and I'm going to just be lining my lips like Morticia's. Morticia had slightly smaller lips than mine, and they were a little bit more of a longer shape, so I'm just going to try and mimic that with my lip liner. Then for lipstick, I'll be taking Lime Crime's Glamour 101. It's a very deep red, just like the one in Morticia's photo. And I love the deep red color. It just really looks, just kind of makes the look. So I'm just going to be putting that all over my lips wherever I put that lip liner. Then I'm taking a Quo synthetic concealer brush, and I'm going to be taking that Prolong Wear concealer again, and I'm basically just cleaning up my lip because I want it to be very clean cut. And now I'm just taking a Real Techniques domed shadow brush, and that's what I'm going to be using to blend out that concealer. And this is like my favorite part. Take a wig cap and just put all of your hair in it. I like to do like a very low bun just so the bulb is kind of at the bottom. And I'm going to be putting a Morticia wig on. Yeah, as if I would leave my hair like that. So here's the wig, and I'm just basically going to be putting it over top of my head. And not gonna lie, this wasn't the best wig I'd ever gotten, but it was only $11, so what do I expect? And next I'm just gonna kind of play around with it just to get it the way that I want it. And the transformation is complete. You are now Morticia Addams.